You are seriously welcome. Director, thank you very much for filling your promise. This is the Executive Secretary, Nigerian Educational Research and Development, NERDC. They are our neighbors here. They have their office within the premises of the library board, and there have been partners in progress. Their main functions has to do with the research, educational research, printing and the binding of books, and all other services that relate to education. And we are very happy to receive you this morning. We had an earlier notice from them that he is coming to see us and see his other colleagues that are around. And happily, he is also one of us from the realm we have here. And we look forward to partnering with him and doing business as usual, aiding and assisting the educational development of Kano State and Nigeria as a whole. You are possibly welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm at home.
Yeah, okay.
Why don't you sit down?
Sit down.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Along with him is the director of the agency here. He will also give his own introduction. Thank you very much.
He's the one that will introduce us.
Okay.
Yes.
The Executive Secretary staff, Kano State Library Board, and other staff of the Kano State Library, and gentlemen of the press, to pay a courtesy visit to the Executive Secretary, Dr. Kabiru, here in Kano, is the Executive Secretary of Nigerian Educational Research and Development Council, Professor Salisu Shehu. Nigerian Educational Research and Development Council is a Grade A parastatal of the Federal Ministry of Education, saddled majorly by the Act that established it, Act 53 of 1988, saddled majorly for the educational research and educational development of Nigeria. And in his entourage, we have Dr. Garba Gandu, the Director, Curriculum Development Center at the headquarters there, who had accompanied him from Abuja to visit the zonal office as well as pay a courtesy visit to the Executive Secretary, Kano State Library Board, and some other organization. My humble self here is Jonathan Alebioshu, the Director and Head, Northwest Zonal Office of NERDC. And there are others of my colleagues that are here, staff of the Zonal Office, and other personalities that accompany the Executive Secretary here. So, yes, sir. The purpose of coming, like I said, is a courtesy visit whereby our amiable Executive Secretary will also interact, relate, appreciate, and also chart better way forward in moving education ahead, not only in Kano State, but the entire country. So once again seated, and we have is our Executive Secretary, Professor Salisu Shehu. You're welcome, sir. So.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Executive Secretary, Kano State Library Board, Dr. Kabiru Ado Zakirei, members of my entourage, especially my two directors that are here, Dr. Jonathan Alebioshu, Director and Head of the Northwest Zonal Office here in Kano, and Dr. Garba Dahiru Gandu, the Director of the Curriculum Development Center in the NERDC, other staff of the NERDC and staff of the Kano State Library Board, and in particular also staff of the Kano State Murtala Muhammad Library. Gentlemen of the press, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I wish to specially thank the Executive Secretary of the Kano State Library Board, Dr. Kabiru Ado, for this magnanimity and hospitality also. With the short notice you offered to give us audience and to see us. So it's a glad day for me, and I want to thank you. I've just been newly appointed as the Executive Secretary of the NERDC. I've been in Bayero University here, and I want to believe that we're in the same master's class with you. So that is why when I just came in, I didn't know of the appointment actually. And somehow we lost contact. We have to relink today. But when I came in and when I just saw him sitting there, I said, I'm at home because I'm coming to see my classmate. We were in the master's class together 1992 to 1994. Let me first of all congratulate you on this appointment, and I want to know, to say that the person I know in Dr. Kabiru Ado Zaikere, I would want to say that this appointment is a well-deserved appointment, and I want to say that His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kano State, had made a good decision and a good choice, because I know him to be a person that is forthright, a person that is also brilliant, as we are in the same class with him, and he is very competent and active. I know he's going to change the fortunes of this library. So, Executive Secretary, sir, the NERDC actually has 6 zonal offices across the country, one in each of the 6 geopolitical zones. The office of the Northwest Zone is located here in Kano. And since my appointment, I have made up my mind to visit all the 6 zones. And although I was in Lagos before, but Lagos was the nucleus, because when the NERDC was created in 1988, it started in Lagos. So Lagos was not just a zonal office. I don't count it as a zonal office. In that regard, I want to tell you that Kano's zonal office is the first zonal office I made up my mind to visit, because I believe that I'm coming to the home base by coming to Kano. And since I came, and even before I came, he had been telling me about the good relationship that has been established between the NERDC office here in Kano and the Kano State Library Board. I'm happy with that. He has been telling me of the good neighborliness, and I believe that this is going to not just continue, but it's going to be much more boosted. He has stated a little about the NERDC. The NERDC, as he stated, is the think tank of the Nigerian education system. And being the think tank of the Nigerian education system, it has a great mandate in general, and the mandate is also broad-based and robust. So that is why within the NERDC, we have 6 different academic centers. The NERDC is a research institute in itself. So there are 6 academic centers within it. And it may interest you to know. And that is what establishes a very organic relationship, let me say organic relationship, between the NERDC and the library. In one of your, while you were recounting the functions or the mandates of the Kano State Library Board, you mentioned what you call book development, isn't it? It may interest you to know that one of our academic centers in the NERDC is the Book Development Center. This established an organic relationship. Secondly, this is the Kano State Library Board. This is the library complex of Murtala Muhammad Library. One of our academic centers is Library and Informatics Center. So you can see the harmony between us and your institution or your organization. And then we have the center that is being headed by Dr. WHITELIGHT Gandu, who is also an indigene of Kano State. That is the Curriculum Development Center. The NERDC is the center that develops the entire curriculum of the Nigerian education system, which must be used at the level of the nursery, the 9-year basic, and the senior secondary schools in the whole of Nigeria. If any school uses any library, not the one developed and produced by the NERDC, it is acting in violation. If I go back to the Book Development Center, what it does is that it is the NERDC that is mandated with the responsibility of recommending any book that is supposed to be used in our schools. No book, state governments cannot procure books for their schools except books that are recommended by the NERDC. That is why any author that writes a book that he wants or she wants to be used as a teaching material or teaching text in our schools must bring it for review and recommendation by the NERDC, and that is being undertaken by the Book Development Center. Then we have the Educational Research Center. You are into research as a library, isn't it? Sure. And then we have, I heard you saying special duties. Go? Yeah. Incidentally, we have a special program center. I think it is just program and duties can be used interchangeably. So, Mr. Executive Secretary, which of your functions are not reflected in NERDC? So, and then we also have the Language Development Center. We are the ones that produce or develop language. This is the center that is mandated for developing Nigerian languages, so that Nigerian languages would not be allowed to die. We are a country with over 500 languages, and it is the mandate of the NERDC to ensure that these languages do not die. And then finally, which one have I left? I have mentioned it. Yes. ERC, and I think these are the 6 centers that we have. But then we have service departments. There is the Human Resource Department, naturally, in all organizations. This is the registry. Every staff is under it, and records of every staff is there. Then we have the maintenance center director, that is general maintenance. We call it general services. And then there is procurement. Somebody was introduced as procurement officer. And then, okay, it is our staff. And then we have the powerhouse. I'm lucky the director of finance is not here. He will say I have forgotten. Okay, so we have the finance and accounts directorate. This gives us 10. So in a nutshell, this is the NERDC, and then we have 6 zonal offices I stated. This is the Northwest Zonal Office in Kano here, taking care of Kano, Jigawa, Katsina, Zamfara, Sokoto, and Kebbi. Then there is the Northeast Zonal Office in Damaturu, taking care of all the northeastern states. Well, let me just say the Northeast Geopolitical Zone. The North Central Office is in Mina, taking care of the North Central Zone. The Southwest Office is in Lagos, taking care of the Southwest Zone. And in Lagos, we also have a conference center and a printing press. So if Kano Library Board is interested in printing any materials, we are pleased there. we can be patronized. And then we have the Southeast Zonal Office in Ebonyi, taking care of the Southeast Zone. And then we have the South Zonal Office in Calabar, taking care of the South. In a nutshell, these are the functions of the NERDC. Let me once again thank you. But I have several requests. But let me say only one. You see, we have a library, and we're a research-based center. We're the think tank of the Nigerian education system. I'm sure the Kano State Library Board and the Murtala Muhammad Library must be at one time or the other be receiving some consignments of library materials. Let me just use the generic thing. Books, journals, and all other materials that can be used in the library. Although we are digitalizing, but we have not gone to the level of abandoning books, and I don't think books will complete. So therefore, when we have materials from you, it is as good as sending them to the world, not just to Nigeria. It wouldn't matter whether such books or materials are produced in Hausa. It will interest you to know, one day, that was nearly 20 years back, when I was undertaking a research in the Arewa House Library, I came across a book on Fulfulde grammar that was written by one of the missionaries, an Oyimboman, a European. Are you following? He wrote it on Fulfulde grammar, that is Lawol Fulfulde, the path of the Fulfulde. Are you following?
Yes.
Or Fulfulde language. And then I was so surprised. I said, if this book had not been sent to Arewa House Library, how would I have seen it? Are you following?
Exactly.
How would it be known? And then I remember another thing also. I know, more than 20 years back, I know of a man that comes from the American Library Congress. He comes on quarterly basis to Kano. All books that are written, the so-called Kano market literature, all those books are bought for him, and they are packed for him. Are you following? When he comes, he pays the cost of the books. He gives honorarium to those who are assigned to buy the books, and he takes them to the library in America. These are books in Hausa, books not necessarily of real knowledge, but of soyayya. Are you following? But they still don't abandon them.
Exactly.
Anything written may be useful in one way or the other. Exactly. So don't mind whether such materials are in Hausa or in Arabic, as the case may be. And of course, don't talk about English, isn't it? Yeah. We will be ready to receive those materials. Thank you so much, Executive Director. Thank you so much.
The Executive Secretary, NERDC, the State Director of NERDC, and other dignitaries in their entourage. It has been a home commune for the Executive Secretary, and I've been so nostalgic when I saw him, sincerely speaking. It's related back to our master's degree period in Bayero University. We had the same master's degree in educational administration and planning.
And psychology.
He did psychology, exactly, but we have combined lectures along in every other sections. So seeing him definitely reeled back a lot of memories and signified that definitely Bayero University produces resourceful and capable individuals in various segments of nation building. And this is exactly how you see whether development is genuine or just make-up. Where you find graduates of those institutions playing a significant role in national development, that's when you know that, yes, such institutions are grade A institutions internationally. not even nationwide. So I was, just as I said, so nostalgic when I saw my colleague as the executive secretary of NERDC, and I sincerely appreciate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving him such a dexterity and determination to come back home and appreciate what is his. I've heard your requests, and just as I said, we have been partnering with NERDC in several fronts. We have a printing press here. If they need anything printed, letterheads and the rest of them, they are ready. Virtually everything you talk about NERDC are also here in Kano State Library. The Kano State government has definitely spent a lot in building this particular complex. And we appreciate His Excellency Alhaji Abubakar Yusuf, the Executive Governor, for making such a resourceful provision, because the Murtala Muhammad Library Complex, as we had here, and 24 regional libraries are really equipped to serve the purpose of educational development and to provide information. So we sincerely appreciate the governor. We sincerely appreciate the state government for giving us this opportunity to run this side. We appreciate the executive secretary for coming to us, and we promise him that we will build a serious synergy between us for the improvement and development of education in Kano State. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Let's appreciate it. Thank you very much.